All right, everyone out there in OOTP land, happy Saturday, happy PTCS day, happy day before Super Bowl day, and just happy weekend. Hope everyone's having a great weekend. It is Saturday and it is 6 p.m. Eastern, which means we are just about ready for the big showdown. Yeah, the Laptop Hound Daily Final, better than the PTCS. Oh, yeah, because it's all the lower level cards. Cavacom's in the house, a few others in the house as well. Again, Dishnet should be on with the finals probably in about an hour based on kind of where they are right now. They're kind of into the second or third game of the semifinals right now. So they're probably about an hour away, which is good because we should just be wrapping up the Laptop Daily. Well, let's get the entry form out there right now because you guys may want to enter and try and win 5 packs. Yesterday we had a winner. Today we're going to have a winner. It's just a matter of who. Here's your teaser for today. Game 1 between the Wisconsin Winter and Team Oklahoma is a tight one. 3-2 for the Wisconsin Winter and Fizzy with the game 1 win over Wildcats Bandits Team Oklahoma. So keep that in mind as I send out the entry form there. It's already pinned in the chat. So if you haven't filled it out already, go look for the pin right above, the text and all that other kind of stuff. You'll see a Google form pin there and enter. We're going to leave that open for about another 5 minutes before we close it off and get to game 2. Again, I like to come on with the Laptop Hound Daily. I like to give some love to the lower level cards and to some of the managers that keep supporting this day in and day out. Of course, there's in-game rewards, the double high diamond pack, tournament batch 1 and tournament batch 2, or I guess tournament batches 1 to 3 and then batches 4 to 6. Of course, this is, paling in comparison to the PTCS that is going on. But of course, hey, it's something I enjoy presenting. It's something I enjoy hopping on for and seeing how these lower level cards perform. So Team Oklahoma run by Wildcat Bandit and Wisconsin Winter run by Fizzy. Cub fan Steve in the house, and there is one of our finalists right now, Wildcat Bandit and his Team Oklahoma. Looking at the February results so far on this 10th day of February, we have our winners there on the far left with 4 points each. Second place gets 3 points. Third place with 2 points. And fourth place finishers get 1 point. So we can see as of right now, did I put yesterday's on? I did not put yesterday's on yet. So I will have to add yesterday's winner. But before yesterday, Escape from New York was number 1 with 9 points. And that helps when you win 2 tournaments in a row for 4 points each. So again, at the end of the month, we will award 20 packs based thanks to OOTP developments, and then 5 packs to a random winner. And that random winner will be anyone that has finished in the top 4 of any tournament. If your name is in the top 4, it'll show up on this list here. I'll simply copy and paste all the names. The more times you qualify, the more entry forms you will get for those 5 packs. The Hoosman was our December winner. Makadkar, our January winner for the 20 packs. And looking forward to seeing who grabs this month. I have not placed yet, but we do see some community names there, including Don't Cut the D Block Dragon, Music Lessons, EVC, we've got Makadkar, we've got Tiger Cub, we've got GT Sundown. We have, who else am I familiar with? Cavacom's up there. There's Wildcat Bandit already with 1 win this month. Looking for win number 2, guaranteed at least 3 points for Wildcat Bandit. So again, if you're just coming in, you've got about 3 more minutes to fill out the form for the 5 packs. You won't get them right away. I'm going to add your name to the list that I submit on my Monday show. So after my Monday show, I'll submit your name if you're the winner today, and that will come at some point after that. Also, tune in Monday. Oh, don't miss Monday. Some exciting news that I was involved in. Of course, we got pop-up tournaments. We had the EVC double pop-up tournaments, and some exciting news about some more that are coming up next week, later in the week next week. So it won't be, early in the week. It'll be later on. So I'll go through those. We'll talk about the conditions of the pop-up tournaments. And of course, we'll recap the week that was in Out of the Park Baseball, including the PTCS. I'll talk about my 4 tournaments I was in. I was in a couple bronze, 1 iron, and 1 gold. And we'll wrap that up. So if you still are in the PTCS, if you've made the semifinals or quarterfinals, good luck the rest of the way. Minute and a half left to get your entry form in before we close that off. We got 7 so far. And the Hoosman in the house, winner again of December. The Dodgers had a fantastic, when we were playing in that 1969 environment, the Dodgers had nailed that environment. Moving over to the 1985 one, not as successful. I haven't seen the Dodgers up there yet, but I'm sure we will at some point with the Hoosman. All right, let's put up the screen one more time here. If you're entering, we are in game number 2 of the finals. Game 1 went to this Wisconsin winner, Winter 3-2. So keep that in mind as you're filling your form out. I always show you the first game because by the time the semifinals finish, I'm in a rush to get the stream going and thumbnails and the contest entry form. So I always let that first game sim. Again, it was a close one with the Winter and Fizé coming out ahead. Home runs for JoJo White, Marty Barrett, unexpected home run for Marty Barrett. And for Wisconsin, we had a home run by Mr. Lahair. Winning pitcher was Mr. Ted Lilly, and the losing pitcher was Cantwell. Brian Lahair was your player of the game in round number 1. All right, the second sim is about to come in, so I'm going to go and close that form off. So there we are there. We got 7 entries. We'll give it about 5 more seconds. Hoosman says the competition was pretty kind to him early on, but once the word got out and we started getting a bunch of regulars into the tournament, it became fierce competition. So to win this is magnificent. To win it twice is incredible. To win it 3 times is just like, wow. I mean, this is a very competitive tournament. All right, only 7 entries, so you got a pretty good chance of winning, closing off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's shut that down. Yeah, really excited on Monday to talk about the exciting pop-ups that I was involved in that will be available soon for you guys to sign up. So leave some of your entry forms available because I think you're going to want to get in at least to one of them, maybe 2 of them. They're a couple days apart, so the first one will probably fill up pretty quick, and then if you get eliminated, you can sign up hopefully for the second one. Okay, let's go and take a look. Let's see if game number 2 has simmed. It has. And game number 2 goes to the Wisconsin Winter. So Wildcat Bandit facing some adversity in this finals here as Fizé comes out ahead 6-2 in this second game. Winning pitcher is, I think, Jack Taylor. Yeah, that's Jack Taylor. He's 2-2 now. And one of the better pitchers in the tournament, a pitcher that I will take 95% of the time, unless the other choices are Dontrell Willis and Cliff Lee. I'll usually take those two guys ahead of Lucas Giolito. 6 earned runs, given up 2 home runs. Not a great outing. He used to be the meta, the number one guy in bronze, but he's I would kind of rank him probably number 5 or 6 maybe now. He's not my go-to pitcher. I think there's 4 or 5 other pitchers that I would take before Lucas Giolito. Jack Taylor is your player of the game. And we got 2 hits by Hank Conger, 2 hits by Marty Barrett in a, whose team was that? I just see team batting. I'm like, what team is this? Is this Oklahoma or is this Wisconsin? Well, it's Oklahoma because they're Oklahoma team. So Oklahoma gets 2 hits from Conger and Barrett, and Wisconsin gets a couple hits from Gallo, Franklin, Conger, and 3 hits from Craig Biggio. Don't let me down. Coming from Cubs fan Steve. Don't let him down. So we have 6 minutes to go before the third game comes in, and that's do or die for Wildcat Bandit. Reverse sweeps do happen. We've all been on both ends of a reverse sweep. It's not nice when you lose a reverse sweep, but if Wildcat Bandit loses game 3, it's gonna be tough. So let's take a look on how these teams got to the final. Let's start off with our 2-0 team, and that is the Wisconsin Winter. Again, usually it takes me about 5 minutes to find it because there's 64 teams to look through. Wisconsin, one will be near the top and one will be near the bottom to face each other. Where are they? There's Team Oklahoma, so Wisconsin must be closer to the top. Well, Wisconsin Winter took out Sean Sultan's Washington Park Rangers in round 1, 4-1. A lot of close games, 3-2, 1-0, 6-5. So it started out with 3 one-run games, and then the Winter took over. Adalberto Mondesi was your player of the round for the Winter. In round 2, I advanced in round 2, and the Winter took on a very tough Mill Basin Yankee team. Mill Basin Yankees are one of those teams we see a lot in the final 8, and the Winter had to go 6 games against Mill Basin, winning the final 3 games. So they were down 2 games to 1, and they would win 10-1, 6-3, and 4-1. Brian Lahar is your MVP for round number 2. Moving on to round 3, the Wisconsin Winter go up against Makadkar and is Yana Yahi. And it's back and forth for the first few games, and then Wisconsin takes over and they win game 6 by a score of 2-1 after Yahayani wins 17-2. And it looks like, hey, we're here. Don't mess with us. 17-2. But you know what? The more I play this game, the more I find that if you blow a team out, this probably happens to me 80% of the time. If I blow a team out, I still end up losing the series. And here's some more proof of that too. Yana Yahi wins game 5, 17-2, but then in a 2-1 game, we have the Winter prevailing. Player of round number 3 goes to Dennis Eckersley. That is the limited edition Dennis Eckersley. I don't often see him in the draft. Next up in the quarterfinals, the Winter will take on Escape from New York. Yes, Charles, 2-time winner in February. He will go to the quarters, but he will lose out to this hot Winter team. Bones Eli is the player of the round, and it really wasn't even close. It was 4-1. Charles did win the second game. And again, some close games, but the series overall wasn't close as the Winter will take it in game 5, 6-2. On to the semifinals, where the Wisconsin Winter will take on familiar face, the Orleans Firebirds, run by D. Dempsey. And D. Dempsey, again, having some success in the PTCS today, especially in iron. He will go to the semifinals. The Winter will take games 1, 3, and 4. Orleans will come back and win game 5. And then the Winter will close it out in resounding fashion, 18-2. 18-2 with authority. In 1985, I guess we still get 18-2 games. Gus Kroc goes 4-0 for the Winter. And for the Orleans team, 5 different pitchers. Most of them gave up quite a few runs. And that will knock out the Orleans Firebirds. Player of the round goes to Rick Ankiel for the Orleans Firebirds. So here we have a losing team that gets the player of the round. In that last game, 18-2, your player of the game was the newest card that's come out for bronze, Mr. Daddy Wags. Leon Wagner came out on Thursday. Mr. Ezra Denny and his Daddy Wags card in the game. If you watch Ezra at night, he's been opening packs trying to get him. I think he's up to like 74 packs without getting him. And I think he's done 2 tournaments now where he hasn't had the option to draft him in this tournament here. So go Ezra, come on, grab him in a pack, or at least get an option to have him in the tournament. 5 Daddy Wags were in the tournament yesterday, and 4 of them hit 300 or close to 300 or better. So he's had some early success in this tournament. All right, in terms of how I did, I was on a roll, 4-1, 4-0, and then I came up against that Warbot team. Yeah. Came up against Warbot in round number 3. He took the first 2 games. I took games 3 and 4. He won game 5. I won game 6. And then in a devastating game 7, even though Gene Crap was player of the round for him, for me, this was the biggest crap. Game 7, chance to advance. I thought I had a pretty good team. Well, I did have a pretty good team. And it goes 14 innings. 14 innings. Charles ends up winning it with a run in the top of the 14th. And Lap is knocked out of the tournament. Ooh. So yeah, almost made the quarterfinals today. And then who knows what might have happened. I would have come up against those Wisconsin Winter. And maybe I would be in the finals today. All right, going to take a quick break here. When we're back, game 3 will be in. So see you guys in a couple minutes. Thanks for tuning in. All right, we are back with Game 3 results between the Wisconsin Winter and Team Oklahoma. Two teams that have made it through round 1, 2, 3, the quarterfinals, the semifinals. They've had to conquer 62 other teams to get here. And now we have the results of game number 3. Take a look at the box score. Again, we will not show in-game highlights until we get to an elimination game. And it is now at that point because Fizz has won game 3 by a score of 10-4. Even though the Oklahoma team got 10 hits, they could not muster more than 4 runs. And Dennis Eckersley will go to 5-0 in the tournament. So if you're drafting for this tournament and you come across this Dennis Eckersley card, even though we kind of remember him more as a reliever in real life, he at this point was a starter and a pretty good starter. Not very good home run suppression. You can see he's given up 6 home runs in the tournament, but he's got 33 strikeouts and only 10 walks. So definitely can fit into your top 5 rotation on this team. Mike Boddicker will take his first loss of the tournament for Wildcat Bandit, and that will put them behind the 8 ball, 3-0. For Wisconsin, 2 hits and 2 RBIs for Jim Eisenreich. We had 2 hits and 3 RBIs for Bobby Estelela and 2 hits for Brock Holt. For Team Oklahoma, they had a couple hits apiece from Ivo Goodman, Scott Brocious, and their catcher, Hank Conger. So as we go to the tree here, we can see that we are 1 game away potentially. Will we have a reverse sweep? That's what's going to take. So let's go see how Wildcat Bandit and his Team Oklahoma, see what kind of challenges they had to face to get to the final. In round number 1, Team Oklahoma would go up against the D Block run Wichita Eagles, and they would go 6 games. Marquise Grissom was the MVP of the round for Team Oklahoma. 9-1, 12-1, 7-1. Yeah, pretty easy round, even though it went 6 games. There were some high-scoring games for Team Oklahoma, 12-1, 7-1, 3-0. So that moves them on to round 2, and they don't have a lot of rest because they did go 6 games. And they would go 4-0 and finally get some rest because they would defeat the Gandhi 2 Wrecking Crew. Kind of rhymes. Gandhi 2 Wrecking Crew. 6-3, 2-0, 6-1, 5-4. Ivo Goodman, player of the round for Team Oklahoma. After a rest, they will go to round 3, and in round 3, they would go and take on, where are they here? They would take on the Beachport Blue Hornets. So the Beachport Blue Hornets, of course, often in this tournament, and they've done well in the past. 6-game series, Marquise Grissom once again. 2 tournaments in a row, Marquise Grissom has been the player of the tournament. Another really good bronze card. And Team Oklahoma would have to win the last 3 games, 5-1, 4-2, and 10-4. So they got off to a little bit of a slow start in game number 1 and 2, or 2 and 3, but they would come back with authority, which would move them to the quarterfinals. And in the quarterfinals, they would take on a very, very, very competitive Gotham Jokerfish. This team scares me when I have to come up against them. Yesterday, they skunked me 4-0. And they gave Team Oklahoma a really, really tough challenge. They were up 3-2, and then Wildcat squeaked out a couple in the quarters. 2-1, and then he had to win game 7, and that was a 4-3 game in extra innings. Kind of like my game 7 against Charles, except we went 14 innings. This one only went 10. So very, very tough series, probably the toughest series for Wildcat in this tournament so far, up to the finals. Mike Boddicker is your player of the quarterfinals. With no rest, Team Oklahoma would go on and face a team I'm not too familiar with. Haha. Haha. Now I'm curious. Got to check out who runs this haha team. That Kimona. It sounds like a Kinks ripoff song. That Kimona. Come on, you guys all thought that too, right? When I said it, that Kimona. So haha. And Team Oklahoma would go to a sweep. Team Oklahoma says, yeah, haha, take that. 7-3, 2-0, 5-3, and 7-5. Haha will get at least 1 point for finishing in the Final Four and an entry for the 5 packs. And the Orleans Firebirds will get at least 1 point and an entry too. So congratulations to the Firebirds and haha for making the Final Four. So let's take a look at who our 3-0 team. Well, no, let's take a look at Team Wildcat because they've got to come back. What team do they have to come back with? They drafted Lucas Giolito, Mike Boddicker, Ben Cantwell, and Chris Paddock. And they're all doing fairly well. Team Oklahoma going with a 4-man rotation. I don't know if they switched this up during the tournament, but fortunately, they do have a rested pitcher. It might be a little tricky next game. If they do win this game, Boddicker, Cantwell, and Giolito will not be ready. So hopefully they've got someone in the bullpen. Maybe a Don Mossy. Who else do they have? Bud Smith won't be ready. They do have Bill James. So they do have a couple bullpen guys, two bullpen guys that can go in game number 5 if needed. But they got to get there first, and they got to make sure Mossy or Kremer do not pitch in this game because they will be tired. All right, we're going to take it off the screen, and we're going to go and put up the splash screen here. And I will wait until the sim comes in. OOTP Developments is live right now. If you want to start getting your OOTP packs and you want to have a couple windows open, go ahead and go to Out of the Park Developments if you're not there yet. Otherwise, you can head over there right after the Laptop Daily. This could be it. We will find out in mere moments if we're going to game number 5 or if it's going to be a 4-0 sweep. All right, let me go into the game, and without spoiling it, we will get it set up for the elimination call out, possibly. All right, the sim is in. The sim is in. Let's go to the Astrodome where we're playing this week's series or this day series. And 3-0 for the Wisconsin Winter and Fizzy. Team Oklahoma gets things started in the first inning with a single. So 1 on, nobody out. Good sign for them. Still in the first inning, Marquise Grissom had a great tournament, couple MVPs, but this time he will hit into a double play. Still in the first, Team Oklahoma runner on second base, and that one gets through the infield. Runner rounds third, is heading for home, and Team Oklahoma takes a 1-0 lead. We head to the bottom of the first. Here we have our first look at Leon Wagner in action. Daddy Wags at the plate with 2 out against Chris Paddock. Daddy Wags, that one. Ezra Denny, that one is in the crowd. I hope you caught that one, Ezra, and you got yourself a souvenir because Leon Wagner has hit his first on-screen home run in the Laptop Daily, and that will tie things up for the winter. We head to the bottom of the third. Brock Holt at the plate, and Holt, that's going to be a single into center field, scoring the second run for Wisconsin, and they have a 2-1 lead. Bottom of the third now, runners on second and third, full count. Here comes the pitch, and that is low. That's going to load the bases up. Second walk of the game for Chris Paddock. Holt on third, Wagner on second, Estalella on first, Jim Eisenreich a chance to break this open. And that's going to be a pop-up to the shortstop, and that will be the third out of the inning. All right, we have threatening action by Team Oklahoma. Goodman on second, Scott Cooper at the plate, Erskine with the pitch. Good eye. Ball 4, checking his swing. Runners on first and second for Paul Casanova. Casanova with authority. That goes to the bullpen wall. One runner comes in. Here comes the runner around third. He will hold up. And we have a 2-2 game thanks to the double by Paul Casanova. I feel like I want to play a romance song. Ought to be McDowell at the plate. Not a fan favorite for D-Block, but McDowell will take the walk. And that's going to load up the bases. This is it. Team Oklahoma needs to strike here. They need to get at least one more run. They have their pitcher up. They're not going to pinch hit. Erskine against Paddock. And that will do it. They will get out of the inning in the Wisconsin winter. Dodge a threat from Team Oklahoma as we head to the bottom of 5. Runner on second. Wagner's on second. Bobby Estalella at the plate. And Estalella, like he does a lot of times, takes a walk. That's walk number 30. 30, folks. 30 walks in this tournament for Bobby Estalella. See him, draft him. Jim Eisenreich, 2 on, and Eisenreich are going to drop one in front of the center fielder. Here comes the runner from second. He will score, and it is 3-2 Wisconsin as we head to the top of 6. Time running out for Team Oklahoma. 4 innings to do some damage here. That'll put the tying run on first base and bring up Marty Barrett. Barrett swings. High fly ball to center field. Runner on first has to stay put. Scott Brocious on first. Scott Cooper at the plate. Cooper outside will take a walk. Here we go again. Team Oklahoma had a chance to break things open in the 4th inning. Now in the 6th inning, they have that same opportunity. 1 out for Paul Casanova. Ooh, a late swing on that one. Strikeout for Erskine. Chris Denorfia. And he takes one which looked to be low. He's standing. He's considering, do I argue with the ump? Is it worth it in an elimination game? No, I better walk to the bench. We go to the top of 8. 6 out away for the Fizz-A run team to clinch a championship today. Ivel Goodman at the plate. And he goes down. Number 2 now, Marty Barrett. 3-2 game for the winter. Barrett to short, to first. Oh, the first baseman drops it. Ooh, who is that first baseman? That is Nick Franklin. They do give him an error. Nick Franklin with the error. Okay, take advantage. Can they do it? Team Oklahoma. Here's Cooper. The second to first. This time, Franklin does not boot the ball, and we are headed to the bottom of 8. Nick Franklin trying to make amends for that error up against Reyes. No one out, no one on. And that one falls in front of the center fielder. We've got one on for the Winter in a 3-2 game. Omar Moreno at the plate. And Moreno, that goes deep, deep, deep to the car renting sign. Need a car? Luxury car? Call 1-800-CARS-RUS and tell them Omar Moreno sent you and get 10% off. It is now 4-2 for the Winter. Going to be tough for Team Oklahoma. The Winter still batting. Mondesi at the plate after a triple by Moreno. And that one is going to be driven to the bullpen wall again. Running over is the left fielder. He will grab it. One run will come in. Here comes the runner to third base, and back-to-back triples for Mondesi and Moreno will make it a 5-2 game as we go to the top of 9. Hasegawa in to close it out, looking for the save. Rube Bressler is going to pinch hit. Full count, Bressler to first, Franklin over to Hasegawa. That's going to end it. And your Wisconsin Winter, run by manager Fizet, will take this one in a sweep by a score of 5-2. Your player of the game, once again, is Daddy Wags. Daddy Wags, player of the game. Carl Erskine takes the win, 4 wins for him. And it is going to be a 4-0 sweep for the Winter. Leon Wagner is your player, your MVP of the series. He hit .269 for the tournament, including 11 home runs, 26 RBIs, and a slugging percentage of .606. Looks like he might be a pretty good card for this tournament. So congratulations go out to Fizet, his Wisconsin Winter. Wildcat Bandit, good run. Made it to the finals. You got your 3 points for second place. That's going to help move you up the standings. And hopefully we'll see you there again soon. All right, last thing. I'm going to rush this through because I want to get you guys over to Out of the Park Developments for their drops and catching the PTCS. So let's go and find out who our winner is today. Let's go create a filter. Who will win today? It was the Wisconsin Winter. How many games? It will be 4. What will the final total runs scored be? It was a 5-2 game. So that means our winner today is Wolfman, Tiger Cub, the Wolves, a former champion. Congratulations, you are today's Laptop Hound Daily Predictor. And so I will send your name with the Monday results to the team, and you'll get your pack sometime after Monday. So congratulations, Tiger Cub and Wolfman, for winning the 5 packs. Congratulations to Fizet and his Wisconsin Winter for winning the tournament. Thank you, guys. Short stream today. Monday. Oh, don't miss Monday. Don't be there Monday. Be there Monday around 1 p.m. Eastern. We got some cool things coming out in the next week. Laptop Hound signing off. Have a great day. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day.
A very good friend of mine told me something the other day. I'd like to pass it on to you. I believe what he said to be true. He said we're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day, and the sun is shining